I believe that people are happy to pay more to someone who provides a unique benefit that creates a substantial return on investment value to them. I want that someone to be you. In this episode, I'll show you how to win all the business of your prospects without them ever asking about rate or fees. Really, I know it sounds crazy, but in our seminars, people tell me all the time that they're now averaging 7 to 8 cross sales when they never had more than 2 in their lives. If they can do it, your people can too. If you're the kind of leader who knows that you have some great unique selling points, but that you're frustrating that they don't seem to be getting sold and you're not seeing that you're getting paid more for them, then you're in the right place at the right time. I'll make your day by showing you how to get that result consistently. If instead you are the type of leader whose people are already averaging 5 to 6 cross sales on new accounts, but you think there might be more available and you think you can still get more pricing out of the equation, stay tuned for some clear solutions. If, however, you are the person whose team is mostly still order takers, despite your attempts to fix this recurring problem, you're going to be able to exhale when we finish because I'm going to offer you some fast help. There are a few challenges to getting paid more for unique selling propositions, those things that make you worth more. Some banks still struggle to nail down at least 40 USPs. Maybe they paid a branding firm hundreds of thousands to get one fairly weak level 1 USP after all that expense and time. Usually the we close loans up to a certain size within 48 hours is what they get. Although that's one solid level 1 USP, really, they charge you how much for that? Because this has seemed so elusive to get good help with USPs, most banks don't even know that it can be done. Even if you have some good USPs, your people are telling prospects about them. Telling always feels salesy, which is not what you want. The problem is your people don't know how to introduce your USPs without sounding salesy. You have great sales managers, good people who get it, but you don't have the proper support for them. By that I mean an ongoing holistic education and don't run them out the door but grow them accountability program to help your people create the breakthrough results that they can't possibly manage otherwise. Seems that almost every bank complains about these same 3 issues. I'm now going to give you 4 steps to help you get your USPs across to prospects the most effective way so you can improve your cross sales and get paid more within 30 days. Step 1, stop blaming your head of retail. It's not their fault. Without the right support and tools, you've set them up to fail. If you fire and replace, you'll have a Groundhog Day situation where you just keep setting up the next person to fail. Step 2, start by first nailing the unique selling propositions. You want a whole bunch and they must be good. Selling a trip to the Caribbean is easy if you're the only provider who has down comforters on cushy beds and your competition has tents and mats, right? So don't even start sales training until you have at least 20 to 30 great, powerful, basic USPs. If you haven't started on these, get a bunch of your executives to one of my seminars and you'll walk away with plenty. If you have done them but that they aren't working for you, bring them along with that same team so we can polish that stone to make sure that you have USPs that work. Please don't spend hundreds of thousands on branding and make that expensive error that ends up giving you the one USP I listed already. Instead, bring your team for 2 days to our seminar and you'll get this solved once and for all. I love helping banks get this part nailed because it is so important to feel the pride of knowing that you are always the best choice. Step 3, once you have your USPs in hand, know that people buy very scientifically and you must follow the right steps in the right order in the sales system. Now, unlike most sales training involving rote questions, your people need to learn how to use good reasoning skills to ask the exact right positioning questions at the right time. The positioning questions come right before the recommendations start because they give the prospect the chance to sell you on why they need you, instead of you selling them. You're back in the professional expert status instead of the vendor status. You can feel the pride of knowing that you are adding great value. And step 4, the refinement process begins. Teaching your team members to be elegant about knowing which positioning questions to use takes repetition of learning. Use blended learning comprised of virtual learning, drills, effective seminars, with a proven process to double and triple cross sales within a year, and on-site training mixed with increasing accountability. Making sure the exact right step happens at the right time is the answer. Although I've had personal bankers who never had more than 2 cross sales who attended our seminars and had 13 the very next day at work, that isn't the norm. Most need a tremendous amount of ongoing repetition of learning to move from 2 to 5 cross sales, then to 7, and then beyond. Once you reach those heights, you want those numbers to stay up. So education must happen from now to the day that your people retire so that cross sales numbers stay up in the 6 to 7 range. Repetition is the law of learning. Here's a quick rundown to reinforce these concepts. Number 1, stop blaming your head of retail when you haven't set him or her up to win. Step 2, get your special positioning concepts in place with at least 20 to 30 USPs. Step 3, put the positioning questions in the right stage of the sales process and build a system to make sure your people don't deviate from what works scientifically. And step 4, build the ongoing advancement refinement process. By doing these steps, you can command such respect in your market that your people will never have to match a rate again. They should easily cross-sell more products and services consistently, averaging 6 to 7 within a year or 2. Along the way, they'll build their faith in themselves that they are masterful at what they do. They deserve the confidence gained from doing meaningful work and truly earning the trust of their customers. In the next episode, I'll show you how to build a system with the right order and the right interconnectedness of visibility, accountability, and motivation to keep cross-sales metrics moving up consistently. Stay tuned.